Never thought I'd see the day again, but here we are. The buff that Sidearms got was massive, and from what I've seen, they're the most viable that they've ever been on M&K, and as far as controller, well, they're very, very sticky. Previously, Sidearms were the only primary weapon where the auto-aim fell off significantly, and this change brought them into line with the other weapons. They increased the auto-aim fall-off distance by 30% across the board. It is crazy. Crazy what's happening with them. It's like unlocking their true potential. So we're here, we can't do anything about it, let's talk about it. But before we do, a big thank you to Pinecone for partnering on this video. Pinecone's a company that asks and pays people to give feedback about products and brands. I've been using Pinecone, it's legit, it's really cool, and I have something to show you. They're invite only, and my link down below is your way in. Once you're in, you get rewards. And with those rewards, they pay more than other companies. With the surveys you complete, your feedback is taken and you can have an influence on which products make it to the stores. They have exclusive opportunities, a guaranteed payout amount, and there are even opportunities to test and review products. When you complete those tasks, you earn points for each study that you complete, and it takes just a few minutes of your time. Like, think about all the time we spend on our phones, maybe on a break, have some downtime. That's a perfect time. Like for me, I usually do it while I'm waiting at the tower on other players. Sit back, relax, little life hack, little side hustle there. And what's so cool about it, and some of you have reached out about this, it's working when I told you about it last time. A lot of you in the comments say that you don't have the season pass or the yearly DLC. You can bank points from doing the surveys, and as time goes on, you can get the season pass. Bank them even longer, you can get the yearly DLC. Like right now, I have one done, 2 surveys that are available. Trade the points in for gift cards and get the season pass. And there's some other cool rewards as well, from magazine subscriptions to gift cards to pressure cookers to one of my personal favorites, Traeger pellets for my smoker, all the way to a soundbar system. They have a massive catalog where you can spend your points, so don't miss out. Again, it's invite only. My link is your way in. It's down below right at the top of the description. And again, massive thanks to Pinecone for partnering on this video. No doubt, zero doubt in my mind that nearly every game that you play, you're facing a sidearm. In most games, multiple sidearms. With the buff that they got, the increasing the aim assist, it means that they're more accurate at a distance, more sticky at a distance. You're able to land shots while in fall off at a greater distance, more than ever before. So on the sidearm itself, that tells us that high aim assist and high range goes hand in hand with that 30% buff. So all the sidearms in your vault, be looking at those, then adding on sidearm targeting. So in today's video, I have my top 5 sidearms. My top 5 is gonna be different than yours. I have my reasoning, I'm going to explain. There's so many of them, like so many. I have some grouped, and some on this list you do not see. Some you see every day. But as I get down the list, they're pretty rare, which is wild to me. And this is one of the hardest lists I've ever made because there's so many weapons, so many viable options. I want to show you what I came up with. So the first thing, any and all sidearms with rangefinder are crazy right now. Rangefinder didn't get nerfed, so not only are the sidearms getting that 30% buff, but they still have the AA help fall off from rangefinder. It got doubled up essentially, so check your vaults. Those are really good right now. But the first shocker not on the list is going to be Drang. I don't have Drang ranked. You're probably thinking, how can that be? Well, right now, I do want to be clear, Drang is probably the safest and best pick, like probably #1 versatility, but Drang has built-in rangefinder essentially, the built-in zoom. The base sidearms are 1.2 times, Drang is 1.4. It has the base of a hand cannon. That's where Drang has always been special. For years, it has been in a league of its own because of that. You are seeing them, you're dueling them, you're probably using one. But they've said numerous times that standout weapons with higher than base zoom are going to be getting adjusted. Drang has to be on that list. So when it gets down to 1.2, it's still going to be good, but that outlier part, what it's always had, is going to be gone. And that's why I'm not going to include it. It's still going to be good, but once these sidearms talked about are on a level playing field, it's not as clear as you would think. Next, I want to talk about some old outliers. I don't have them ranked because they're old, but they're powerful. The Precision 260s, 0.7 TTK, 3 crit, 1 body, Lonesome, and Enigma's Draw. In the sidearms to get right now of this class, we have Boudicacy and the Swift Verdict, and Swift Verdict can have kill clip. It might be worth grinding for, but Lonesome minus full auto kill clip, it's 75 to the crit when that's going. It's a 3-tap, a 0.46 TTK, hard hitting, longer range, it's more sticky, it's really good. Then we have Enigma's Draw. The one I have is max range, rangefinder. Those two things, a lot of range, with rangefinder not being nerfed. This thing's kind of feasting right now. It's almost like a hand cannon. Again, Boudica is great, Swift is great, and honestly, very few sidearms right now you can just pick up and do poorly with. But these Precisions, bring them out. They're doing well. Another sidearm class that I don't have ranked is the full auto 450s. You might have a good punching out, maybe a law with rangefinder, but my favorite's always been hipfire kill clip on Fool's Remedy. It's the same deal. These being able to track a little bit further is a big change for them. It almost makes you wonder like how they would have been all along to have this feel similar to an SMG as far as landing a little bit longer shots. But these 450s, just like with any of them, kill clip is just nasty. It's just a fast TTK. I love hip fire on sidearms. You can be mobile in the air. This one's always done really, really well. There's a lot of good ones, but on my list at number 5, I have a couple of aggressive burst sidearms, brass attacks and forgiveness. Now, brass attacks, I think that you need Xur. Possibly you can do dares. Let's talk about it down in the comment section. But if you have brass attacks, it has a 1.3 times zoom, and that isn't really talked about too much with that sidearm. It's a big deal. The one I have is rapid hit rampage. It does extremely well. These have always been very hard hitting, very consistent, very forgiving TTK. And now they're more accurate and you can track better with them. As far as forgiveness, MKC or Harmony. Sniper sidearm and unfortunately linear sidearm is really hot right now. So if you're getting in your snipes, switching to Harmony on forgiveness, you're coming out with 20% more. It's a fast and effective TTK. At number 4, I have 3 exotics that are tied: Traveler's Chosen, Rat King, and Cryosthesia. All of them are really, really good right now. Most exotics, whatever it is, they usually get best in class stats somewhere or close to them. And each one of these has very unique qualities to add to the already deadly state of the sidearms. Travelers is getting stacks of Gathering Light. It's turning its 85 range, 85 aim assist into even more of a unit. Then consuming those stacks, getting abilities back. Very strong sidearm right now. It's a 300 RPM, 0.6 TTK if you land your shots. Cryosthesia, same deal. Strong stats, 93 aim assist. It's juiced. It shoots true, able to freeze after you get a kill, very deadly. And then we have Rat King. You're seeing this with your Falcon a lot. Getting a kill, going invisible, coming out of invisibility, and that's an entirely different subject, invisibility. But you would come out with more damage. But even without your Falcon, invisibility alone after a kill, with its strong base stats, it's a good one. But right now is where we start getting into very, very confident dueling sidearms. Like at base, then with perks, they can and will sit somebody down. At number 3, I have Devil's Ruin. And Devil's Ruin is separated for a couple of reasons. 300 RPM, great class, but it has the variable trigger. Some of you out there don't like this. I'm fine with it, but with sidearms as a whole, getting the increased auto aim fallout distance by 30%, this cannot be denied. This is the most stable sidearm in the game because of variable trigger. It's a dueling monster. It is pinpoint. Like, look at it. Pinpoint. Then, of course, pyrogenesis. Hold down the trigger, and every part of me believes that the beam coming out is also getting that 30%. The beam is very sticky. All around utility, you have a weapon here that duels exceptionally because of the variable trigger, and it's holding on the target better with the buff that they got. It duels any other sidearm well. You have the beam for rushers or whenever you can use it. It's a very, very complete weapon right now, and it's one that I don't see, like, at all. So try it. It's worth it right now. At number 2, Empirical Evidence. So this is another one that doesn't really care what you have. It can duel any other sidearm, and it does it well. It's craftable. The one that I crafted and the one that I made a video about is Encore Adagio. I think it's the best possible combo because mine's poly high cal. It's got 59 range, 53 stability. Here's the beautiful part. When you get a kill, Adagio will proc. Now, Adagio automatically adds plus 10 range, so the range goes to 69. Kind of nice. Lasts for 7 seconds, can be refreshed. With a damage bonus, it 2 bursts fairly effortlessly. It's really good. But if that was a headshot final blow, Encore times 1 brings the range to 79. Another headshot final, 89. Another one, 99. So it can get max range with Adagio if you have 3 stacks of range Encore. But if you get a body shot final, this is just as good. Encore gives plus 30 stability on that body shot final, so the stats go to 69 range, 83 stability. A sticky beam. Really, really good right now. Again, another one that can take them all on within the effective range. Very good weapon. But at number 1, I used all the sidearms for this video. Sidearm archetypes. These are the ones that stick out the most. And they're another one that you rarely see, mostly due to Drang, which, by the way, these have no issue with Drang. And once Drang gets adjusted, I believe that these will be the best after the buff. I do. That's my personal assessment there. Pretty confident. And there are a couple ones to talk about and a couple important things to say. So at number 1, the 3 burst. These in early vanilla Destiny 2 were meta in double primary, just heavy quick damage, fast fire rate. But with this added 30% increased auto aim fall off distance, they're incredible, insane. In their range, it duels up against anything. It does. It's a 5 crit, 2 body TTK. So 3 full bursts are coming out. Small burst delay. They do 32 to the crit, 20 to the body. It's a 0.73 TTK, and these can 2 burst if you have any damage bonus on top. Radiant, your Falcon, other damage buffs. Like, have you ever been 2 bursted by one of these? You can't do anything. So some of them to zero in on, we have Peace Bond. Mine is Reach with Rangefinder. It gets the added juice from Rangefinder not being nerfed. So 73 range, again, these will sit you down. Very, very good sidearms. And with the sidearm, you have full mobility. You can be in the air, you can knee slide. They're extremely accurate. But we have things like the Vision. This is an older one. Like the one I have is Killing One Elemental. It can get to 100 stability, 100 handling. After a kill, plus 20 range with the Strafe Scaler. It duels good. The high albedo, but to me, it comes down to these two. to. The cream of the crop. Last Stance. Old, so look for it. In the last column, there's a rangefinder version, but there's also a kill clip version. It destroys with kill clip. Right now, in this meta, 42 per crit, 5 bullet kill, 2 burst, melting. And as I was using these, the key is keeping on target. These couldn't really do that before. You would get bloom. On controller, you would lose friction. And right after that fall off point, when it starts going from 32 to 31, 30, 29, the bullets start to ghost. They don't do that anymore. You're able to stay on target at a much, much further range. Crits hitting for 23, 24, 25. And that doesn't sound really too good, but it's a fast burst and that's 75 damage. So the kill clip Last Dance is money. Tied with this one, in this meta, with what they did with the 30% AA help, this is one I do not see, ever. Seems like it was forgotten about, but with that AA on it now, it's insane. It is. Trespasser. Trespasser to me, right now, is currently a top sidearm. Drang's gonna get nerfed. And as I said, these deal with Drang. Like, Trespasser deals with Drang. Like, here's 2 Drang fights. So Trespasser is a 3 burst. It's got 90 stability, 70 aim assist, a beam. It's full bore ricochet. But the key is unrepentant. You get a kill, you reload. This burst at a distance is completely different than what it was before. It lands. And of course, it can 1 burst. So if you get a kill, load it in, the super burst, you have the damage. And if you do get a kill with the super burst itself, the other perk, Be the Danger, kicks in. Final blows with unrepentant super burst automatically reload the weapon and provide the unrepentant super burst. So you can keep chaining it, especially on low health targets, or if you just hit all crits and 1 burst somebody. It's like a crazy kill clip. You're gonna 1 burst them if you're tracking well, but if you don't, you follow up that super burst right after with regular burst. Like, it melts. And then we have the catalyst that grants tunnel vision. So after a kill, reload, the aim assist gets to 90. If you have on some targeting, it's gonna get up there to 100 on that super burst. So being able to track better, 30% with that fall off distance, that is key. That is the key difference, and I am dead serious. Trespasser is crazy right now. Like, try it out. And like I said, you can pick up nearly any sidearm and just slay out, and my list is gonna be different than yours. I tried them all, but the 3 bursts consistently outperformed. Consistently. So I wanna hear your thoughts. I wanna hear your list and what you're using and what you're liking. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am CoolGuy.